All righty, and we're rocking and rolling. Howdy, Iron Dog race fans. How you doing this evening? Friday evening, the last Friday before the racers come in on Sunday. It's also a very special day today in Iron Dog history.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us today, Derek. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty
Awesome.
darn good. Yep.
Are you ready to check in with the racers and see how they're doing?
Yeah. Let's do
Yay!
it.
Yay! So, just to get the history out of the way, it is Missy and my 23rd anniversary of our historic Iron Dog run in 2001 when we became the first women's team to finish the Iron Dog. Yay!
Yay! Happy anniversary!
Thank you. Thank you,
Woohoo!
partner. All righty. So let's check in on the racers, shall we?
Yes.
Maybe. If I can get my stuff together, we might be able to do that. Okay. All right. So let's just take a real quick look here at our live tracking. So you can see the racers are heading on their way back into Wasilla. They've come out of Nome. They've made it past Unalakleet all the way down the Yukon and then over through Poorman and Ophir and into McGrath. So as you can see, the teams are spread out. And the first teams are already into McGrath, and the last teams are coming into Ophir right now. This is really, really lonely section out there. There's nothing out here. McGrath is a pretty decent size, but out here there is just nothing. It's pretty remote. It's pretty awesome. So they're cooking right along.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the nice spread out a little bit.
I have a question.
Oh, sure. Go for it.
Back there at the bottom of the screen, there's all this little spiky stuff.
Oh, this is the elevation that the racers are going through.
Okay, and then way over there where the dots are, that's where they're currently at.
Yeah.
Oh, they're about ready to come in. Oh, yeah, that's right. The mountains.
Yeah. So this is northbound, and then they get in towards Nome, and then they're coming back, and here they are southbound. So then they go through the Alaska Range here. So this is the Alaska Range up in here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I see how
Right
it's kind of reversed. So they
Yeah.
wait at the beginning.
Yeah. So it starts here, like as you can see right here. See the little pin going across the trail?
Ah, that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's northbound route. Let me move this up here so we can see this better. Okay, so then you start here in Wasilla, and then it goes northbound, and then up through the Kotzebue Loop to Nome, and then back southbound. And they do not do the Kotzebue Loop southbound. And here they are.
That's pretty cool. They did a good job on the website.
Yeah, it's done really well. Very well. Okay, and so let's see here. Let's take a look at where our racers are. So this is the current standings, maybe, depending on what I just did. No. Here's our current standings as of 6:26 p.m. Alaska time, February 23rd, 2024. I'm just going to refresh just in case and make sure we've definitely got the latest and greatest going on. Okay, looks like this is it. Okay, so in first place, we've got Barbara Conlon, Team 9, and they are on their layover in McGrath, heading southbound. And they have a course time of 46 hours, 16 minutes, and 50 seconds. They are at course mile 2,164 miles under their belts, with an average speed of 46.76 miles an hour.
Nice.
So they got in at 18:26:30. And our second place team is Lambert Wells, Team 33. And they are on a 15-hour layover in McGrath southbound, and they got in at 17:59:45. And they have a course time of 49 hours, 38 minutes, and 1 second, with an average speed of 43.60 miles an hour. In third place, we've got Gossett Google, Team 26, and they are on a 15-hour layover in McGrath heading southbound, and they got in at 1,800 hours and 15 seconds. They have a course time of 49 hours, 41 minutes, and 15 seconds, with an average speed of 43.55 miles an hour. In fourth place, we've got the Dorn team, number 17. And they pulled into McGrath and taking a 15-hour layover at 18:12:41. They have a course time of 49 hours, 53 minutes, and 42 seconds, with an average speed of 43.37 miles an hour. In fifth place, we've got Reese Wold, Team 41. They are also on a 15-hour layover in McGrath heading southbound, and they got in at 18:22:46 with a course time of 50 hours, 30 minutes, and 57 seconds, with an average speed of 42.84 miles an hour. In sixth place, we've got Christensen Kaltenbacher, team number 16. They are on a 15-hour layover in McGrath heading southbound as of 18:17:40 is when they pulled into McGrath. They have a course time of 71 hours, 7 minutes, and 42 seconds, with an average speed of 30.42 miles an hour. In seventh place, we've got Elder Worley, team number 30, and they have checked out of Ophir, heading southbound at 17:48, and they have a course time of 50 hours, 49 minutes, and 49 seconds, with an average speed of 41.75 miles an hour, and they have 2,122 miles on the course right now. In eighth place, we've got the Barber Lapham Team 39, and they have checked out of Poorman southbound at 15:52:22, and they have a course time of 40 hours, 35 minutes, and 32 seconds. They have an average speed of 49.98 miles an hour, and they have completed 2,029 miles.
Hey, I had a question. I just noticed something.
What's that?
If you scroll up, their course time is 40 hours, but the team above
right.
them.
See where they are?
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So they're in, like, these guys are already in McGrath. These guys are still on the trail in Ophir heading southbound.
Yep, I got you.
So they're still on the trail. Okay. Good question, though. Good question. Thanks for asking. There's a lot of things I don't even think of because it's just,
Second nature.
Yeah. Okay. Did I do Team 9? Team 9, Boylan Leslie. Team 4, there are ninth place, Boylan Leslie, team number 14. They've checked out of Poorman heading southbound at 15:19:40. They have a course time of 41 hours, 2 minutes, and 50 seconds. They have an average speed of 49.43 miles an hour. They currently have 2,029 miles under their belts. This is official. They may not be right here, but this is the official times. So in 10th place, we've got Kishbaugh Morgan, team number 6. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 14:59. They have a course time of 41 hours, 51 minutes, and 1 second, with an average speed of 48.48 miles an hour and their course mile of 2,029 miles. Currently in 11th place is Old Sotasanti, team number 10. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 15:07:42 with a course time of 41 hours, 58 minutes, and 2 seconds, with an average speed of 48.35 miles an hour. In 12th place, we have Connor Gawkey, team number 3. They have checked out of Poorman southbound at 15:10 with a course time of 43 hours, 51 minutes, and 35 seconds, with an average speed of 46.26 miles an hour. In 13th place, Kangas Summer, team number 34. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 15:47:02 with a course time of 48 minutes, 48 hours, 55 minutes, and 57 seconds. I'm sorry. Yeah, they finished the Iron Dog in 48 minutes.
They were on a rocket sled.
Right? Yeah. Let me redo that. Their course time is 48 hours, 55 minutes, and 57 seconds, with an average speed of 41.47 miles an hour. Not on a rocket. Okay. In 14th place, we've got Clayton Gurley, team 24, and they've checked out of Poorman southbound 14:27:05 with a course time of 58 hours, 58 minutes, and 6 seconds, with an average speed of 34.41 miles an hour. In 15th place, we have the Carroll team number 18. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 13:05 with a course time of 64 hours, 17 minutes, and 16 seconds, with an average speed of 31.56 miles an hour. In 16th place, we have Sindorf team number 48. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 13:57, and their course time is 65 hours, 58 minutes, and 8 seconds, with an average speed of 30.76 miles an hour. In 17th place, we have the Bergeron Bernier, team number 15. They've checked out of Poorman southbound at 13:27:09 with a course time of 70 hours, 40 minutes, and 39 seconds, with an average speed of 28.71 miles an hour. In 18th place, we have the Johnson Sabine team number 22. They have checked out of Poorman southbound at 13:04:39 with a course time of 74 hours, 36 minutes, and 41 seconds, with an average speed of 27.19 miles an hour. And now we get into our scratched teams. Such a bummer here. So the scratched list has remained the same. Out of Buckland was the last scratch, and that was Ackleston Olstad, our last year's and this year's defending champions, team number 7, and they have scratched out of Buckland. The James Thomas team number 40 scratched out after Ophir heading north. Davis Moore, team number 19, scratched out of McGrath heading northbound. Palin Van Windergerden, team number 49, they scratched out of Tatina north. And Clewine Whites, team number 5, scratched out of Whiskey Bravo northbound. So that is the current official Iron Dog standings. Now, as you can see, the teams are here. Right here is this is our Poorman checkpoint. So you can see they are long gone from Poorman.
Mm-hmm.
So what Iron Dog does is they ensure that they have all the official times in. Oh, wow. Welcome. The chat is popping. Howdy, Danny Staten, Mopar Bill. Good to see you. 12 Pearls. How's it going? Shock Theater Official. Woohoo. Uncle Bones. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Nice sound effects. Blue Line Bigfoot. How you doing? Daily Beast. Sweet. Good to see you all here on a Friday evening, checking in on the Iron Dog Racers. It's pretty awesome, huh, Derek?
It is pretty awesome. I like that. I wish that they on the scratch teams they'd maybe mention why they scratched. Was it technical? Was it they were like this is too much, or
Well, that's where the Facebook Iron Dog group comes into play. So let me pull that up real quick, and it is a public group. You'd need to join though on Facebook. So if you join the Iron Dog group on Facebook, you will get lots of awesome updates with not only videos and pictures like this. I don't have my volume on, so I'm not going to blast your guys' ears, but here's the teams coming into McGrath. So you get to watch. Can you guys see all that?
Mm-hmm.
Should I turn up the volume? Here, let's be careful. I don't know how the volume will be, if it's going to be loud or not. There we go.
I think you're the only one who can hear it.
You can hear it?
Nope, can't hear it.
Oh, okay. So this is Renee Egress in McGrath taking videos. And so a lot of the people in the different communities will do a lot of different updates, and they'll let you know what's going on in the comments on the trail. There's Channel 2 was there, Alaska News Source. I don't think it's called Channel 2 anymore, but Alaska News Source was there, and they were hanging out around this way when the teams were heading northbound. And that's where a lot of the video was done from. So this is the paddock area for the Iron Dog team sleds. So there's our first teams into McGrath, just as of 34 minutes ago. And look at the snows rolling in. It's going to make for a fun run into Big Lake.
So is it going to be snowing throughout?
Yes, that's what the weather supposedly is going to be, snowing. So here's teams here. But this is a great group if you want to know about, but again, keep in mind, none of this is official. Even though it's on the Iron Dog group on Facebook, none of this information is official. Check out the crabs they caught while hanging out, doing the Iron Dog and catching crabs. And they ate those crab too. I think there's a great picture of them enjoying their crab. There's an Uber driver and Ruby. So there's your
Nice.
Only in Alaska. Only in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Alicia Kangas that shared this photo. And as you can see, here's some of the teams coming in. Look, there's Leah Bauer down here in the comment. Yay.
Hello.
It's a bummer. This is a team. Looks like they're towing in, maybe. No? And then, so they're talk about, teams breaking the trail. Chris Olds hanging out with the locals. What's really good is if you can get in here and you come across, here's some of the teams fueling up. There's our Uber driver. Check out a snow load on there. Here's our teams in and out of Caltag. Here's
Sweet.
this is oh, well, I might as well show y'all. Yay, looky. It's the 23rd anniversary of our historic Iron Dog finish as the first pro class women's team to finish the Iron Dog. We hope to inspire many more women to make that dream come true. So many to thank for getting us to Fairbanks in 2001. We look forward to seeing many more women's team cross that finish and hopefully join the ranks of champions someday. Missy and I became Iron Dog champions in 2003. If you know, you know. It's our 21st anniversary as champions. Check Iron Dog history. Humor required. Ride by faith, not by sight alone. Thank you, Iron Dog, for the greatest motorsport event on the planet. Becoming an Iron Dogger is one of the greatest honors in life. Pulling up to the start of the Iron Dog is an accomplishment. To finish is an honor of a lifetime. And to win, you become legendary. Congratulations to all of the Iron Dog racers, past, present, and future. The world's longest and toughest snowmobile race, the Iron Dog. There's Missy and I before the race. Here we are at the start. Here we are at the finish. And that's pretty much really our only finish line picture. And then here we are hugging right after we got off our sleds. You can see all the duct tape, because that was cold running on the river. Okay. And Harriet, if you can come across Harriet's posts, they are going to be the most informative. So here you go. Here's our crab team in Nome to celebrate their accomplishments. So Pro Class is racing on Thursday. Expedition Class is having a crab fest in Nome to celebrate their accomplishments. So here you go. Here's the Expedition teams. Look at that, getting their crab.
Nice.
Pretty awesome, huh?
I want some crab.
Crabby crab. Look at that sled. Quite the wrap. So yeah, this is where you get all these great photos and updates along the trail. None of this is official. Again, the only information that is actually official is if it comes from irondog.org, from their website or headquarters. Woo!
Fun.
Getting some air. A little bit of air time. So there you go. It's really good. This is the only time I'm on Facebook is during Iron Dog, and this is why. So here's them coming into a checkpoint. So not all of the checkpoints are the same, as you can see, depending on what they have there for resources. Sometimes this is what you're just going to see there is just some fuel. And I would share, but apparently my volume doesn't want to play nice. I don't think I clicked the right button when I shared. And then, ouch, look at that.
Wow, what a mangled mess.
Ugh. Okay. Thursday on trail with Team 24. Let's give them some encouraging chatter as they get restarted today. They just pulled out on the clock of Galena, heading to Ruby. Sleds looked good. Whew. What does this one say? 432 miles rode yesterday, Nome to Galena. Colin wrecked, leaving Unalakleet. Not sure what speed he was going, but it was as fast as his sled would go. Now it's survival mode. Get to the finish line. We will be headed to McGrath today, 230 miles. So that is an iron dogger for you right there. They were able to take this, repair it, and get back on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate MacGyvers. Right? Now, when they finish, won't that be quite the accomplishment? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So here you see the teams coming in. Now, no one can touch these sleds except the racers. So if a spectator happened to come over and try and give them a hand, they could get disqualified. So, you got to be really careful in these checkpoints. And that, sadly, that happened to a team that had won. They won the Iron Dog, and then afterwards, someone sent in a picture of the teams that they were out on the river, and they were working on another sled and hadn't noticed the kids on the other sled over there. That they didn't know any better. There's no one at fault there really, but they got disqualified. It was really, really tough. So it's tough for these racers when they get in there because you got to make sure no one's, touching the sleds and doing anything or offering assistance, because the only people that can offer assistance is other racers. So here's some teams coming through. It's really awesome. So this is the place to go to really kind of get the feel for the Iron Dog and see what's going on. These are our expedition team here in Nome at their finish line. So lots of fun stuff here. So be sure to go on and join that group, because that's a really good group to get all your Iron Dog information. And it's only going during the race each year, so it's not a group that stays active throughout the year, which is kind of nice. So it keeps all the chitter chatter down, to a minimum. Hello, Kelly Tour. How you doing? Midwest Night Watchers. Good to see you. Duke. World Bigfoot Central. How's it going? You guys all snuck in here while I was over there looking at Iron Dog videos. Danny Staten sharing the links. Thanks, bud. So there you go. There's our Iron Dog update. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see. Did I miss any questions? Do you have any more questions for us, Dirk? Is there anything I saw? Ha!
Let's see, run your slow really. Oh. Hey, speaking of which, there's that one picture of someone getting airtime.
Yeah.
On their sled.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to ask you, are you going to do that when you go out to Big Lake on Sunday? Who was it? Whose sled you're going to possibly get on?
The next lunar landing will be me. This girl right here. I'm going to get on that bad boy and launch to the moon.
So, you were saying that there's someone that's going to let you get on their sled. Barbara was going to say...
Yeah, no one will let me get on their sled, Derek, right now. Like, no one wants to take that risk. They're like, I'm not going to be responsible for you going out on the Iron Dog Trail and never coming back. You can't get me. I would go. There'll be tales and lore for years and years of some crazy woman going up and down the Iron Dog Trail. It'll be like a haunting, but not. A haunting at Mach speeds.
But it'd almost be like a rare Bigfoot encounter.
Right?
Trying to catch you, on the trail or something.
Right? It'll be the sightings.
So instead of a knock, you'll have yeah. Oh, that must be the Jackie.
Here she goes. Yeah, that's how it'll be.
And you're gonna have to come up with something other than those tree teepee thingies.
All right. Yeah. I have to come up with something more creative. Skis.
There you go.
It's dangling in the trees. People be like, okay, that doesn't belong there. I don't know if I want to go anymore down the trail if there's shocks in the trees. Full on suspensions, just dangling as high up as I can get them.
Well, that's a lunar landing for sure.
You know that island with all the dolls?
Oh, yeah, those moais or whatever they call them. I forget.
No,
Easter Island.
where that guy like hung all these little dolls, like baby dolls, and it's a really creepy island.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll have my own version of that on the Iron Dog Trail.
That would be a very creepy island to go to.
Could you imagine coming up on that? Iron Doggers, there's like bibs or something weird, all hanging up, just Iron Dog bibs everywhere. Like, oh no. Okay. Check, please.
That'd almost be something like, what was that show? Blair Witch?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be like, it's time to turn around.
Exactly, Blue Line.
Goes
to the Iron Dogger. Only appears during the race. Then she zooms past the racers at ridiculous speed, flips them off as she's going past, possibly even mooning them.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
I have been known to do that on the trail.
I still remember that picture of the four of you. Remember that way you were all in your snowmobile outfits and mooning.
The Team Pink
Yep.
salute.
Mm-hmm.
This the girls.
And I know who's who.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Team Pink. That's what we would do. We would moon the camera. We had one of our last shots was up at Arctic Man, and we had the pipeline behind us. It was a pretty good shot. I need to get to my pictures. Someday I will have my pictures to get to. It feels like they're off in a distant land somewhere. Vacant memories.
Well, you need to get them and put them on your virtual background.
Yeah, I know. I need to get set up. Slacking over here.
Yeah, I'd say I've been changing mine every podcast.
Oh yeah, you have. You're on it like Blue Bonnet. Oh, before I forget, and really be a slacker here. Where are they? Help get your stuff together, woman. Don't forget to get your Iron Dog raffle tickets, tubers and footers, Iron Dog race fans. You can't forget. There's lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. And the finish is Sunday
around noontime.
Yep. They will have the vendor booths and the youth drag races starting around 10 a.m. And then at noon, the pro class teams are expected to start rolling in at Mach speed. And then later that evening at the Susitna Brewing Company on Big Lake at 7:30 to 10 p.m. will be the awards ceremony and the Hall of Fame banquet. Yeah. There was 1 year Missy and I were considered for the Iron Dog Hall of Fame. It's really I think it was 2009, maybe 2008, where they did the first Hall of Fame inductee. And so they haven't been doing it very long. And there are so many racers, sponsors, volunteers, that have been a part of Iron Dog for so long that they, have such a long list to get on there. But it is really awesome, the group that made it this year. Every year they're well deserving. And so our Iron Dog Hall of Famers are Pat Riley, Wilson Borden, and Bill Fisher. Yay!
Congrats.
Yeah. So they will be awarded on Sunday evening. So it'll be fun for lots. And I believe, South Anchorage High School will be live streaming the banquet and the finish. And Channel 2, or I keep saying Channel 2, Alaska News Source as well will be streaming the finish. So lots of good stuff. And the Alaska News Source is also doing coverage of the Iron Dog this year. So lots of good stuff for the Iron Dog going on.
Yep.
Yay!
Sounds like good times.
Yeah. So there's our 2/23/24 update. Missy and our anniversary.
That's pretty awesome.
Midwest has a question. Let's see here. Midwest Night Watchers. Is Iron Dogger different than Iditarod? Yes, the Iron Dog is different than the Iditarod. The Iron Dog is run on snow machines, and the Iditarod is a dog sled race. So let me show you the, we'll go here and show you. So this is the Iron Dog is running on snow machines. A team of 2 in the pro class. In the expedition class, I think you can have up to 4 for a team. And the pro class, they go over 2,500 miles. And the expedition class, they go from Wasilla to Nome. And Nome is their finish way, so they go halfway. So the race is done on snow machine. Dun, 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 dun. Here's the teams coming in. There's just people hanging out. Here's the race team. So there you go. So it's quite different. And this year, good question, Midwest Night Watchers. That a lot of people aren't sure if it's the same race or not and get them confused quite often. And this year, though, the field of the Iron Dog had quite a few Iditarod names in there. So the ambassador team, which is a team that is goes from village or community to community, all the different checkpoints along the Iron Dog Trail, saying thank you and just, spreading goodwill and intention. And there's a helmet program that they're also making awareness and spreading all these different helmets along the trail. And I believe they've given out over 700 helmets so far this year. I'm sure it's way more. So again, if you want official numbers, those come from Iron Dog. But yeah, so they on that team though, we have Dee Dee Johnroe and her husband Mike, and so they are. Dee Dee is a Iditarod well recognized musher, and So that was really great. And we also had a Swenson in the field, which is an Iditarod mushing family name. So there you go.
Oh, World Bigfoot Central said iron Diderot. I believe
Iron.
that's where the dogs race on sleds.
The iron Diderod.
Mm-hmm. Go dogs.
Go dogs go. Mush. Hush you muskies.
or maybe that's the race where the dogs are the musher and humans are pulling.
Right. Blue line Bigfoot, do they run the same trail? Yes. Well, parts of it. So let me show you. Let's go to our handy duty map. Let me bring it up on stage here. Da-da-da-da. Let me draw. So the Iditarod Trail ends here in Nome. So this right here, I hope, can you see my little hand going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is the Iditarod Trail, pretty much. So the Iditarod mushers will start, they'll have their ceremony start in Anchorage, and then they go and they'll ride all the way through the Alaska Range, on up through McGrath, get into Portman, and then they head onto the Yukon River. Then they come down the Yukon River and get to Unalakleet. And then they head out onto the coast. And then as they make their way into White Mountain, then Nome, boom. And that's where the Iditarod ends. And that is where the expedition class ends for the Iron Dog. The pro class for the Iron Dog starts in Wasilla, and they go all over the Alaska Range, which is where Denali is located. And then crossing through, get onto the Yukon River, hit over to the coast of Unalakleet, head up along the coast, get into Koyuk, and then they head up north and do this loop, and then come back down, and then their halfway point is Nome. This is still the pro class. And then this is where the pro class, they just left Nome, and then they're making their way southbound currently. And this is where they are right now. So this is where our Iron Dog teams are all located, right here. So we've got our first teams are into McGrath already. And those were some of the videos I showed you of them coming into McGrath with that giant, it looked like a big old wood cabin behind them. That's McGrath. And as you can see, the rest of the teams are making their way in. And right here is our Ophir checkpoint. So we still have teams coming into Ophir. And let me just refresh and see where we're at. Oh, see, look, I hadn't refreshed. So all of our teams looks like they are out of Ophir already. Most look like they're on their way into McGrath. Let's see who's still out on the trail. We've got Team 24, Tyler Gurley, and then Colin Clayton. So there's Team 24. Now these guys are not this far apart. Each of these trackers are pinging. I'm not sure how many minutes they're pinging at. Usually about 8. It's somewhere in here, but 8 to 11 minutes. They'll send a signal and ping. So that's like the last location where it pinged. So the teams do not ride that far apart, just so you know. It can be a little deceiving. And then we've got Team 34 heading in. So they're on Independence Creek right now. Nice. It's a fun section. So they are looks like the last team out of Ophir. Team 34 and Team 24. So it looks like maybe those are the last two teams on the trail right now.
Hey, zoom in right there again.
This
Scroll
one
down.
here?
No, scroll towards in the graph. See all those little, so that must be swamps
That's
or
all
marsh.
the team. Yeah. Well, as you get in, see, here's McGrath Airport. Yeah, there's a lot of swamp and marsh in here. This is all very swampy river. There's the Kuskokwim River. Yeah, this is a pretty wild section. Right in here is hair freaking ball. I'm telling you right now. Kidding.
So is that the area you're going to hang out in when you're spooking everybody?
This is where I'm going to plant my tree. I'm going to have a running tree that runs into the trail. This is where those trees exist, right here on this section of the trail. They run out and get you. If you dare. Like, I am not kidding. Those trees are like ski to ski, okay? So you're like trying, and the trail is windy and up and down and all over. So you're trying to make your way through this, right? And if you even look down, like even for a second, you're done.
Crash.
You're done. You're climbing a tree. Again, that's where your shock ends up, in the tree. And that's where you have to take out your handy duty saw.
Hey, is that the sound of saws?
That's what it sounds like when you're on the Iron Dog Trail with a handsaw at 20 below.
Not fun.
Depends on your idea of fun. I would rate it way up there in my idea of fun. Not what you want to be doing, though. Really. Not what you want to be doing. Speaking from experience. Yeah. Oh, that was funny. How do you guys put up with us? How do you put up with us, tubers and footers? Over here joking around. Blue line. Here you go, Derek.
Yeah, Cooper Scooper.
There you go. Keeping it exciting. You know how monkeys fling poo?
Not personally, but I've heard stories.
Yeah, so I could sit out there. You know how those dog toys that have the ball?
Why not have moose
So
nugget
not
on?
only can I harass the iron doggers, I could also harass the Iditarodders. Like, it could be I could have my winters out there just living the dream.
Why not get a fishing pole and put the moose nuggets on the end of it and flick it at the racers when they're cruising on by?
I'm telling you, endless ideas. See, and Bigfoot would get played. There'll be stories of a pink Bigfoot out there wearing a cape. Is this caped Bigfoot out there? I would look like a Bigfoot probably out there after a while.
But you would have pink hair.
Yeah, and my pink cape. Do, 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 do. I need help. This is not what anybody signed up for, wanting to get Iron Dog update. They're like, no, this is check, please. All right. Well, I think we've harassed everybody long enough. I hope everybody's had an awesome evening hanging out with Derek and I. Should I do another quick peek at the Facebook page and see if there's anything updated? Let's do it
Sure.
real quick. Let's do it real quick. Yay! Scroller. Yeah, this would be quicker. Maybe. Wow, you'd think I'd had a gaming mouse. I'm sorry. Just saying. One would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I want. This is all different than on my phone. I'm used to using my phone. Okay, here we go. I want the new posts.
Oh,
Oh.
where's that found?
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Pieces and parts. Oh, here we go. Look at the sleds. This is McGrath. Well, the sleds are looking pretty good. Oh, they're showing off their sponsors. There they are again. There's our teams into McGrath right now. Well, as of 20 minutes ago. So here's our current. So Iron Dog keeps going. All these volunteers stay up all night long until these teams are in. So thank you, Iron Dog staff and volunteer, all the sponsors, everyone who makes this race happen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you. And the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Is that being bungee held together? No. Look like bungee. Oh,
It does. It looks like blue bungee.
oh, yeah. That might just be some extra safety measures for their lights. Yeah.
Or is that? Hey, is that maybe the sled that was wrecked?
No. No. Different wrap completely. Different sleds.
Duct tape and bungee cords. That'll fix anything.
There we go. And those were our first. Look at, here we go. Team 15 into McGrath. That was 27 minutes ago. What was that other team? 33, was it? Let me look. Let me get my... no, it wasn't. Was that Worley? Was that their sled? That was...
The one that was wrecked?
Yeah. I'm not sure. That would have been, yeah, Team 30. I think that was Team 30's sled, but maybe not. You can go back and look. There you go. Team 15 coming in off their run. They're going to be whooped. Schnockered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's see here. Let's go down. It was way down here, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's going to be even further down there, possibly because of I just redid everything. Bear with us, tubers and footers and Iron Dog race fans.
As I remember that drawing.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. I can feel it. But I redid the... Aha. Okay, so 24. Team 24.
Yep.
So let's see. Where is Team 24? Ho, 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 ho.
They're almost in McGrath, it looks like.
Wow, that's impressive. That is Really
What,
impressive.
what does it show? What place they're in?
What's that?
Does it show what place they're in? Can you click on their little flag?
It won't. These won't be the current official standings. So let's just see if we've got any updates on the official standings. Refresh. Fresh. Ah. Oh, wrong song. I think that's Flash, not Fresh. Oh, there is an update. So as of 7:50 p.m., there has been an official update. Let's see here. Got all our McGrath teams. McGrath. Right? We knew these guys were in McGrath. Look at all the teams. Okay.
There's team 24,
Sindor is
number 16.
Yeah, so Sindorf, these guys are already in McGrath officially. So yeah. So where we got they're in 16th place. So they have him officially checked out of Poorman. And as you can see by the tracker, they are well past Poorman. There's Poorman. So that's official time. So as the teams come through the different checkpoints, once the volunteers are done dealing with all the fuel and supplies and everything that they're dealing with, and once they get the teams out and they, get all their stuff done and they go through all their times and numbers and double check, and then they'll send that information in, whether they call it in, they'll give that data to Iron Dog headquarters, and then Iron Dog headquarters will add the data and they will go through and do their double checks, triple checks. And then once everything has been duply checked, they'll make it official. So, yeah. So you're not going to see anything on there that's not official on irondog.org. So there you go. Midwest Night Watchers. Let's see here. Does the Iron Dogger have live coverage somewhere? Yes. So if you go to irondog.org, their webpage, they will have links to all of the live streams that will be available. The live streams are on YouTube with South Anchorage High School. They will be doing the live streams, but the links are available through irondog.org. And they will have the finish line, and they will also probably have the award ceremony and the banquet on different live streams.
And that's links, Links, not links, Linx.
Yippee-yoo! So be sure to say your prayers for the teams that are out there on the trail this evening, and hope they all make it home safely. And we'll hopefully be back tomorrow. What do you think, Derek? We keep saying that and then we never show up.
We're out on the trail.
Yeah, I'm a living legend out on the trail. There's going to be stories are going to be told for years. There's some crazy old woman, because there's Old Woman Cabin, which is part of the Iditarod and Iron Dog Trail. And there is, Duke, you should do a story on this. But there is some history and lore about that place being haunted. So Missy and I
got a lot of haunted places up there.
Yeah, so Old Woman Cabin is supposedly that whole area is haunted by an old woman. So it's pretty awesome.
The craziest story I've heard was that island. The one where it was at that whole town camp or whatever.
Oh, Port Chatham.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a good story, but yeah,
that's the one where is that crazy humanoid creature thing that was killing people and all that crazy stuff. That's the same one.
I don't know. Well, there's story like Port Chatham, the whole town. They say the story goes that the whole town was abandoned because Bigfoot is what they claimed. But
it's like, why didn't they just invite him in for a beer?
Larry Baxter's book, Abandoned, and it will tell you all about it. The Nantinak. Here we go. This is the guy he knows all about all the cryptid stuff. You want to know anything cryptid, any of that? That's where you go. The Nantinak chased the humans out of Part Block. So there was a lot of hunters and stuff that would go up hunting and then never to be seen again, and then their parts would come down. So yeah, quite a crazy story, but as with all lore and stuff, it just keeps getting better and better as it gets told, and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, we've got tons of abandoned fishing, logging, all of that in Alaska, mining.
Oh, yeah, abandoned like really quick too.
Yeah, it's not abnormal. You run out of, they run out of the ore that they're looking for, and the town closes. Or the mining company goes broke and they're closed. All righty. So, well, if all things go well, Derek and I may be back tomorrow to chitty chat. I am hoping that I'm going to be at the finish. If I'm at the finish, I will be doing some live streaming at the finish. But if not, we'll probably be here just yammering it up.
Yep.
Sound good?
Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. Sweet. Oh, Duke was out camping in his favorite abandoned mining town this spring. Mysteriously abandoned twice. Oh, well, that is a mystery. Mysteries. Oh, blue line Bigfoot, tubers and footers. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us and making Iron Dog memories. That's what it's all about. Be sure to watch the race, track all the racers, say all the prayers for all the racers, make sure they get home safely to their families and their loved ones. And we will be back as soon as we can. So thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
See ya.
See y'all.
Toodles. Now to gaming, Derek.